In 2017, I sold my business. Flash cars, millionaire mansions, and super yachts. I didn't do any of that. Instead, I invested my kids' inheritance into random money-making schemes. Some traditional, and then we're going to get it up with estate agents and get them rented out as soon as possible. Others a bit more bleeding edge. Amazon best-selling author. When I started out, it was tricky to know who to trust.
It's $109.99.
And where to go for honest advice.
So over the last 12 months, I've documented my own experiences so you can see what worked and what's not.
In this first episode, I'm reviewing my year mining cryptocurrency, which to be fair, ranks pretty high on the riskometer. I invested $30,000 into this one. Did I become a Bitcoin millionaire, or did I end up flogging them on eBay? I'm Mike Winnet, and this is Get Rich or Die Buying.
Bitcoin is worthless artificial gold. Now that is not something I think the world needs.
President Trump says he is not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. He argued that they are not money.
The drugs were paid for by buyers with the digital currency Bitcoin.
One of the biggest mysteries in the technology world is the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto.
Governments cannot stop this innovation.
There's a big industry around Bitcoin.
As the Bitcoin bubble burst,
Dogecoin actually hit a market cap of $2 billion.
Stop mining Bitcoin. Stop mining.
Log on to a trading platform. Enter your credit card details, and you can trade money for digital cash. That's cryptocurrency. The brainchild of some bloke called Satoshi Nakamoto.
I have nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Whoever they were, they created Bitcoin in 2009, so people could buy and sell things online without Big Brother watching. Fast forward and there's now thousands of different cryptocurrencies, known as altcoins, to choose from. You can even buy meme-based coins. And with big platforms like Facebook set to release their own coin.
Well, Facebook says it's entering the cryptocurrency market. Earlier today, the company announced a new digital currency called Libra.
Some think that crypto is the future of cash. Unsurprisingly, a currency that doesn't need the existing banking system seems to have pissed off governments and regulators.
But the fact is that the advantage it has over traditional mechanisms is singularly a benefit for those who wish to commit crime.
And its potential for crime continues to grab the headlines.
Now, a Bitcoin trader, was recently attacked by a group of armed robbers who tortured him.
But one thing we know for sure is some people got very rich very quickly.
Okay, so you're a millionaire?
Cryptocurrency millionaire, yes.
Cryptocurrency millionaire.
Different.
The revolution will be ushered in by young cryptocurrency millionaires.
The boy is officially a Bitcoin millionaire. This is insane, y'all.
In 2010, when one Bitcoin was worth just 6 cents, 50 Bitcoin would have been just enough to buy you a slice of pizza. At its peak in 2017, those same Bitcoin would have been worth $850,000.
I had my own taste of this a couple of years ago when a friend suggested I invest in these coins. I thought it sounded like bullshit, to be honest, but in the end, the curiosity got the better of me and I decided to give it a go.
I bought some Ethereum, I watched its price rise and I sold at a number I was happy with. That was my experience of cryptocurrency, until I met Josh.
My name's Joshua Redette. I'm the CEO and founder of Easy Crypto Hunter. We are the UK's largest provider of GPU mining hardware for the cryptocurrency industry.
Josh told me that he builds money-making machines. They were actually custom-built graphic card mining machines.
Let me quickly try and explain what this is. Now, I'm no expert. The whole thing sounds mad to me.
Because blockchain, the underlying technology behind cryptocurrencies, is not regulated by a central authority, it requires millions of computers across the world called miners to record transactions and check the accuracy of information. When you buy something with cash, the transaction is documented by banks and physical receipts. In crypto, the transactions are clumped together as blocks and added to a public record called the blockchain.
But why would anyone do this? Well, as a reward for contributing to blockchain, miners are paid coins. This is where it gets a bit weird. To earn these coins, mining rigs have to solve complex maths, because we're in England, problems. when the formula is solved, a new coin is created. Much like a traditional miner striking gold in the ground. Your chances of solving a formula before anyone else is ultimately down to how fast your computer is. So this is what Josh is referring to when he calls them money-making machines.
And on the back of an impressive 2018, he had the numbers to back it up. In October last year, he sent me over the figures showing what his own personal rigs had made over the previous 6 months. On his spreadsheet, I could see that in April 2018, one single machine had an average profit of £918. There was a downward trend, but even in the lowest month, one rig was generating £477 profit, according to Josh's numbers. So for a £10,000 investment, I could own an asset that would make me somewhere between £400 and £900 per month. I should point out that Josh's spreadsheet did include a disclaimer, basically saying that these numbers were based on his own personal records. They shouldn't be used as definitive figures, as they can't be used to predict future earnings.
When you're looking to invest, you should do a lot more research than I did.
Check if there are any guarantees, can they show you statistics over a long time period, and what are current customers saying. All common sense stuff. But as I found, it's sometimes difficult to get this information, especially in an unregulated market like crypto. So after visiting Josh's office in Bury, I shook hands, ordered 3 rigs, and handed over £30,000. A few weeks later, Josh and his team turned up at Winnet Towers with my kit. All I had to do was provide a rack, a power source, and an internet connection. Josh and Jason did the rest. Once they were up and running, they set me up on a site called Simple Mining. From there, I could remotely monitor and control our rigs and decide what coins I'd like to mine. In the UK, it's not profitable to mine Bitcoin because of the price of electricity. So instead, Josh advised me to mine altcoins and then convert them into Bitcoin.
Don't mine Bitcoin, mine the altcoins and convert to Bitcoin if you want to.
The logic being, altcoins are easier to mine, so you get more of them, and there's a potential for big price rises if you pick the right coin. You can mine over 600 coins with the rigs I bought, but I didn't have a clue where to start. I just mined what Josh told me was the most profitable coin. And back in November 2018, that was Ravencoin.
To boost my chances of actually mining a coin, I work with other miners in something called a mining pool. Pooling my rigs with other miners' rigs gives me a better chance of finding a block, but it comes at a price as I have to share the reward.
If you manage to mine a coin, then you need somewhere to store and exchange it. I predominantly use the site called Binance, a well-known and trusted crypto exchange. Because of the risk from hacking, which does happen, Josh recommends that any coins that aren't actively being exchanged should be saved on a cold storage device. Unlike a bank where your money is protected, if your coins are stolen from an exchange, they're gone forever. So that was my setup. The first thing I noticed with the rigs in the office was the heat. Josh had warned me it could get warm, but f me, it is roasting in this office. Within a week, all of our plants were dead. Bar this cactus. Sole survivor. I now keep the office windows permanently open, and it's still unbearable at times. But if anyone tells you to put one of these rigs in your office or a small room in your house, ignore them. They're lying.
Sometimes it gets so hot in here, the only thing I wear on my bottom half are socks.
As you can imagine, something pumping out so much heat is using a lot of power. So unsurprisingly, my electric costs have been higher than this hairline. In this office, we have 4 PCs, 1 kettle and 1 microwave. Nothing major. But with these rigs running, we've had some big monthly bills to pay. It's always hard to get an exact figure for these things, but taking out normal electricity costs, these rigs over the last 12 months have cost us about £2,000 in additional electricity. Of course, that wouldn't be such a concern if the rigs had been hitting those predicted numbers of £400 to £900 per rig. So what have they made? So here I am asking Josh what they'd made at the 9-month mark. Roll VT.
So kind of the numbers that we've looked for you over the 9 months that we've been running, it kind of changes dependent upon the price of the coin. So at the peak this year, you've been up to about 30% return on investment in a 9-month period. At the moment, you're down to about 11% because that's kind of where the coins are at the moment.
On average, Josh reckoned each rig was making £102 per month with an ROI of 11%. But he accidentally forgot to add electricity costs in that figure. Now, I don't think he did that disingenuously, but you can't leave out such a significant figure from that cost. It would be like me showing you the rental yield on a property without including ground rent, maintenance, or landlord insurance in the final figures. This means even if I was generous with the electricity costs, like I was in the interview with Josh, using his figures, it would take my total down to £1,560.
Split across 3 machines, that was a potential return of £520 over 9 months, and a monthly return of just £20 per rig. Where had the £400 to £900 per rig returns gone?
But of course, I haven't actually sold any of the coins that I've mined, so in reality, I haven't got any real money.
As of filming today, I have 70,631 Raven coins and 339 Grin coins, with an estimated worth of £1,991.63.
However you package it, it's disappointing. As it stands today, the coins I've mined so far do not even cover my electricity costs. Never mind getting into the initial £25,000 investment.
I should mention that one rig had some card issues for a while.
So the update is we are 3 months into our 3-year plan, and despite being told that we know hardware issues, we have got 3 lights out on our graphics cards, and the machine was making an awful noise. So we have got in touch with the people that we purchased these from, and they have sent us some replacement parts.
But I use Nasu's laptop for sake. What am I supposed to do with things like this?
Thankfully, Josh did eventually come and fix the problem for me, but this did result in a reduced capacity to mine for a couple of months. Josh also pointed out that I'd missed an email suggesting that I switched from mining Ravencoin to mining Grin.
I eventually did switch. Had I done that sooner, I could have been mining a more profitable coin for a bit longer, but I don't think that would have impacted the results in a significant way. I do agree with Josh that you should keep a close eye on any of your investments. But this leads me on to what I think is my main concern with this type of investment, to me at least. Believe it or not, I'm not a crypto expert or an enthusiast. I bought these rigs because they were advertised as passive income money-making machines. I've absolutely no idea when it is a good time to exchange my coins. I obviously wouldn't intentionally sell the coins when they are low. That would be stupid. But how am I meant to know when is a good time to sell, especially in such a volatile market?
The market is still very young. There's still a lot of volatility involved.
With my investments in stocks and shares, I have a trained professional who manages my funds for me. Louis doesn't sit down with me during our annual review and say, "Well, Mike, we managed to get an 8% return this year, but if I'd sold all your coins at the highs and we'd bought at all the lows, we could have got 30%.
Even if I had sold at all the highs during this year, I'm still getting nowhere near the figures stated on the spreadsheet. So in reality, what do I actually have to show for 12 months of crypto mining? I have 3 depreciating assets now worth 9k if I sold those cards on eBay. I've got a £2,000 electricity bill, and I have some cryptocurrency tokens currently worth £1,991. Crypto enthusiasts like Josh will assure me that that's because we're currently in a bear market. But I've only got my own 12-month results to report. Now, I accept the reported on figures like this could be nuanced, and hopefully over a longer period I will see the value of the coins I've mined increase in value. I want nothing more than in 12 months time to release another video saying how wrong I was. But this series is about me revealing my real results, good or bad. So would I buy the rigs again if I go back in time? No. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but if I'm being honest, I have not enjoyed this crypto experiment. I like Josh and we remain friends before this video came out, and I don't think he's deliberately tried to stitch me up. If you have access to cheap electricity or produce your own electricity, this potentially could be a good investment, but I don't. I'm just a bloke with a plug socket in an office in Warrington. Now, if I had another £10,000 to play around with and I was interested in crypto, I 100% would not buy a crypto mining rig again. I'd probably just spread that 10,000 across 5 coins and keep hold of them till they increased in value. That would be my advice. The best way to end this episode is to give what I think my honest answer would be if a friend or family member asked me about investing into crypto mining rigs. Sorry, Josh, but my answer is no. So based on my own experience, I'm giving crypto mining a get rich or die buying score of 2 out of 10. Is it a scam? Well, Josh provided me with a product. It's just one that hasn't made any money yet. And I think really it comes down to, do you truly believe in crypto and it increasing in value in the future? I don't think I do. I'm not entirely sure what to do with the rigs, but Josh did offer to buy them back.
Will you buy the machines back off me?
Yeah, I'll get them, yeah, absolutely.
You've seen that, shake hands like that.
Shake hands, yeah.
But a bit like a gambler, I'm so far in, I feel like I need to carry on to see if there's a big payoff. But don't be surprised if you see a job lot of graphics cards for sale on eBay in the Warrington area very soon. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this investment in the comments below, and there'll be more episodes like this coming on our real returns on other investments in the Get Rich or Die Buying series. And if you haven't done it already, don't forget to hit subscribe and you can follow more Get Rich or Die Buying content on our channel.